at that, Ninja. Wait, knocked out Kayun, but then got knocked out by General. So that's what happened. Ninja is gone again. Match number 3 here. Ninja gets taken out early.
Wow, that is a rough start there.
That blows my mind. I personally, especially in the early game of Fortnite, I consider Ninja to be a top 5 player. And, you know, it's an interesting conversation. Would love to hear people in the chat's thoughts. You know, I think not being at Summer Skirmish maybe set him behind a little bit. Of course, he's still unbelievable, the greatest entertainer of our generation. But as a top 5 pro player, I wonder if not being at Summer Skirmish hurt him a little bit. Of course, we'll see how he performs the rest of this. We still have 5 matches to go. 4 matches.
You know, it's a tough spot to be in. I guess the other thing to count for is, dude, we're putting basically some of the best competitors in the entire world in a lobby and saying, hey, fight it out. So
exactly, it's tough to do.
Yeah, you know, I don't even know that it's, you know, that it's not that he missed Summer Skirmish. I just think that there's just so much talent here that
that's a great point.
It's just anyone's game.
Which, speaking of which,
oh my gosh,
we're back,
Nick
baby.
Marks!
Don't worry, M-Fam, we're back. Nick,
is this real life?
In Castle. Okay, order is restored, my friends. Nick
oh my gosh, suddenly everything in the world just seems much brighter and there's more color. Is this what I've been missing?
Flying across this. This is nuts. This is amazing. The stars are aligning.
Mercs. Now here's a question: is Aiden here?
That's a great question.
I'm scared to find out.
See, Geomach and Tempo taking out Horrify and
Parallax. Aiden is actually down?
We just got the word. Aiden is out of this one. So once again, we said order is restored. Order is definitely restored. Nick Merckx has the opportunity here to regain his throne as the king of Tilted. Let's see what he can do here. General, who's performed really well in the early game, to take out Cypher.
And
so Ninja and Cypher both out again. This is the replay. Well played. It was all General all day.
Wow. And look, he had just gone down. And Ninja couldn't confirm that elimination. That was close. But look at this. Greasy Boy, Courage JD. Here, so is Hogman and Pupper.
Is it rude for me to call Courage a greasy boy? Like I feel like that's derogatory.
That's what he calls it. He says be part of the Greasy Boys. That's why I don't feel bad.
Okay, I feel better then because I feel like I'm like calling him something. All right. Greasy Boys, Snobby. We got the Snobby Boys. Shout out to Bay Soldier and Strugs and Snobby Boys. We got the Greasy Boys. I love it.
He is a greasy boy. I'm gonna hit him up later and be like, yo, this is what Fallout said this about you. How do you feel about this?
That's why I asked first. I clarified. You know?
No, you're good. He calls himself a greasy boy.
All right, good. I feel a little bit better now. Speaking of greasy people, no, okay, I can't say that. Speaking of people that like to land greasy, Hogman and Pupper against Courage right now. 2 versus 1. Typical gamer going on the wide flank. That's one thing that people do not prioritize enough, is wide angle flanks in this game. And 2 versus 1 numbers advantages. We see that a lot in other games and other titles, as finally they're going to miss their opportunity to take Courage into 2v1.
Man, and Courage fell down there, took a bunch of damage. As you saw, he edited the floor. It was a half floor, so when he put it up, they were able to just kind of shoot over it because it wasn't a full floor. So that's kind of what happened. That's what you saw him drop down. Exactly.
Complexity, Pupper, and Hogman. We talked about them earlier. A lot of respect for this too. These 2 pro players, as they are currently sitting up top of Burger Restaurant. The Durr Burger, which, by the way, the Durr Burger in PAX West, delicious.
Dude, it's so good. It was so good.
I'm sorry, but the chicken sandwich was my favorite part, which technically a chicken sandwich is like a chicken burger sometimes. People say that, so it's still living up its name. Delicious stuff.
Those were so good.
Yeah, I want to go back there.
I actually did a really silly review of a Durr Burger, and we played it at PAX.
I saw that actually on the big screen. You got to do a review. That's almost like the pizza review.
Kind of.
Oh, my God. One bite, you know the rules. Jeez. Everyone knows the rules. That's crazy.
So there you go. That's if you've missed out on PAX, you were missing out on a lot. There was a lot of things that happened. I also got my butt handed to me in mini golf by Courage and dude.
You were horrible. What was that all about, man?
Oh God!
Check out those. Are those videos on YouTube now? I hope they are.
I don't even want to talk about it.
Please.
Speaking of 100,
this man Zeke at mini golf at PAX West, he was atrocious. I mean, literally managed to go off course. I mean, if you're playing a regular game of golf, it's understandable because you can shank.
Yeah.
But in mini golf, how do you go off course?
Dude,
as often as you
I got obliterated.
Doesn't make any sense.
I'm not even going to spoil it for you. Just go watch it yourself.
You have to.
Tweet me about it later.
That was the best experiential anything I've ever seen. It was amazing. The Lazy Links experience, the whole Fortnite experience at PAX West. They rented out a parking lot across the street from my apartment, which is the most cool thing in the world.
Oh, yeah. We talked about that.
Yeah, that was awesome. And one of the best experiences that I've ever seen in gaming. It was great. It was awesome.
Just wait for TwitchCon.
No way. Oh,
it's going to be baller. That's where it all ends. Don't forget.
I can't believe it. Hopefully more of the same and more of the better. At TwitchCon, we'll see.
We will. But check this out, man. Hogman and Pupper are taking shots. Pupper dropped super
Nick
low.
A30, former Summer Skirmish caster. Awesome guy.
Dude.
YouTube streamer.
Nick A30, I'm going to say this, and I'm comfortable saying this. One of the nicest, I mean the nicest.
He's Canadian.
The nicest man I've ever met in my whole life. I'm talking the nicest.
The nicest
no one's
of your
nicer.
entire life?
In my entire life.
Wow.
He was so nice.
Like, how about your mom, your dad?
They're,
nice
they're not Nick 830.
Not
man.
Nick 830
They're not
level.
Nick 830.
Wow.
True story.
Unbelievable. He is, yeah. So you could just tell, watching his streams, humble,
Genuine,
kind,
yeah.
smart, intelligent, brings things down very well. Big shot to Nick 830. Let's see if he can play, though. Spaceline, his teammate going to take out Pupper. Well played for starters. And now Nick 830, some defensive building. He is one of the most analytical players. Now he's going to be going up against Saint to his right. Myth and Saints to their right. Two versus two fight.
Saint wasn't here. So Myth was by himself in Greasy, so Saint must have done. They must have done a split landing, yeah.
Saint's there behind him.
No, but I'm saying he wasn't there to start.
Oh,
so I
okay.
think he just got here.
There.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Myth, look at the aggression. Myth is playing on the high ground a little too high. He might lose his footing and take some fall damage. I know Myth loves himself some fall damage. Meanwhile, it's going to be Nick 830 trying to get some high ground. What an epic battle. Nick 830 versus Myth. Myth's going to get lower ground, going to turtle up a little bit towards the low side. Meanwhile, keep your eye on the bottom left of your screen. Chat picks up one if you're a Liquid Chat fan, but we got to watch this fight ensue. Myth and Saint playing aggressive here. You love the aggression from Myth, who also, speaking of great individuals, great players, and just positive people all around.
Yep.
I love watching his streams.
Myth is, so I've actually known Myth since he pretty much got started. He
No
started
way.
streaming Paragon back in the day.
Amazing.
And I got to meet him, and then one day he just exploded, and he was just the guy. And I was like, dude, I remember when you played Paragon. And he was like, it's different now. It's like, I know.
Just a little bit. Oh, what is this?
It's the Porta Fortress.
As if he didn't have high ground enough, he's going to give himself even more high ground. I don't know why exactly. Maybe he just wanted to make sure that they couldn't knock the cover underneath him. Now Myth is going to be trying to get some high ground of his own.
You saw him, man. That was crazy. Yeah, so Porta Fortress, that's a fun new game. Item added to the game, rather. Oh, wow. Nick 830 cracks back with the SMG and takes down Myth.
And not only the SMG, the whole sequence right there from Nick 830, the quick edit to get the first shot on Myth, and then really caught Myth with his pants down right there and was able to capitalize. So well played from Nick 830. One of the best quick edit, clean edit players I've seen, and I have a chance to watch on YouTube. Big shout out to Nick representing YouTube Gaming. On board with him right now.
When we cut to him, he had no AR ammo. He had like 3 rounds in his burst, and he only had enough slugs and SMG ammo.
Unbelievable.
So he did that with basically nothing.
That's amazing. And what they want to see here, we haven't seen a lot of it. I think these pro players can take a page out of some other titles and other books of competitive gaming titles. Take your 2 versus 1 advantages very smart. There's no reason that Spaceline goes down or Nick goes down here. It's a 1 versus 2. You have a numbers advantage. Play it wide, play it slow, and guarantee the dub and the kill right here. The victory over Saint Squad.
That's right. And now it looks like a 2v1, or rather it's a 1v1, right?
Nick 830 should be in the vicinity.
Is he down?
He may have bailed. Maybe they decided to let him. No,
okay, they're just down below.
They're a little bit hurt. So here, they're a little bit tagged up.
Dude, in Fortnite, I've seen a lot of bases, but when you make basically like a sky fort and then you just drop a Porta Fortress on top of it, it's just
crazy.
like an amalgamation of fort stuff, and you're like, what is going on there?
I know it's kind of funny, it's kind of cool, but to be a little bit critical here, I think that's the same thing we were talking about last game. They use those Porta Fortresses early game when maybe they shouldn't. Like maybe they should hold on to that and use it towards the late game. Instead, they drop it, I think, a little bit unnecessary there. I don't know if a Porta Fortress, when you already had high ground, is the most mandatory thing to do, but now Saint Squad, look how well they're playing this. Using their high ground. Yes, they got it down, but nice job. That's textbook from Spaceline Nick 830. I'm okay with the down there.
There you go, and they just pick them back up. They secure an elimination, and now they can just be on their way, secure loot. Granted, Saint really only had 2 weapons, some ammo, some mats, but at least they're on their way. Look at this,
1 elimination for him, coming from Tilted. So he's about to be fighting a 2 versus 2 against Merksman and KP5. And keep in mind, the rotation from Nick 830 should be coming soon.
He's got
a
shockwave grenade. We talked about it, man. The new tools that are part of the game, they are game-changing, and I'm excited to see that he has one.
So look at this. The top right of your screen, this beautiful spectator mode client shows you someone is lurking from, I call it Shack Mountain right by Tilted. And then, of course, we are going to see the rotation from Nick 830 and Spaceline. So Ghost, Demo, and Bizzle are also in the vicinity. So a clash of titans, perhaps. And let's see how Nick and Legion decide to play this. Nick is going to start taking some shots here. And did get the clarification from MFam on Twitter, thank you guys for that Nick is playing on PC but with a controller. So he just started playing on PC recently. With a controller, of course.
He sticks to his guns, man.
He does.
I respect it. Nick is just an awesome dude. He's really funny. God, he's so
one of the
funny.
funniest dudes. Yeah, one of the most unique personalities I know for sure. I met his dad at PAX West, and I told Nick, now everything makes sense. Like you as a whole, it all. Now I understand. And oh yeah, it was Nick's big shout out to Nick's dad, Nick's family. That was all out supporting. Of course, his little brother Stevie, and of course the entire M fam, the staff, Ginge, everyone else that supports Nick. He's just an awesome person, a great leader, and he's just contagious. Everything he does.
That's actually really cool because so when we were at the Pro-Am, I played like a really small role in like the whole thing, and I met his dad and we kind of like talked for a little bit.
Kevin.
And then at PAX, he just like walked up to me. And he just like remembered. He's like, "Hey, you were that guy I met. It's Zeke, right?" And I was like,
What?
"Holy,
See?
how do you remember me?"
Yeah,
I'm a nobody. Yeah,
that's crazy.
They're just, I love their family, man.
Yeah,
they're so awesome.
Yeah, they're gonna. If you meet him, if you shake his hand, he'll remember you for sure. I had a similar but worse experience. You were in the pit interviewing Nick at PAX West. But at PAX West, I started a couple Nick merch chants. Any M fan that were there, remember? But I may or may not have started a Ghost Aiden chant just to kind of spice up the story a little bit. And Nick's dad, who is just as big as Nick, came up to me and shook my hand, and I thought my hand was going to break, and said, "If you cheer for Ghost Aiden one more time," and you better believe that was the last Ghost Aiden chant I started. That's for sure.
Oh, they're wonderful people, but also unbelievably intimidating. No, Nick, not like this. He slid between the little cracks there. And now Parallax takes him down.
Unfortunate. Legion has full shields, full health. Parallax and Kenneth are both weak. I think that could have been a Nick victory right there. That's really tough.
And now they're inside Shifty Shafts again, man. Like you talked about, the spectator mode. You can kind of see in the top right where other players are. Look at the little, those little like yellowy diamonds. They immediately snap in the direction the shots are coming from. They're like, "What's going on out there? There's something happening."
King Richard picks up his first
Space Lion.
Space Lion, yeah. So Nick A30 might be out as well. Not sure yet. Legion is going to get taken out. So Nick and Legion both down. Nick had one elimination, not enough for points just yet, but they did survive the tilted fight, that's for sure. Jared FPS, a Mixer streamer representing the platform here. Also, I believe an Xbox console player. Big shout out to Jared, playing on controller and representing here. He was also at PAX West and competed.
Man, you see how far players are. So this is, I mean, how do
Let's go back to this.
Nick A30 up there, so I don't know if we've broken that 4 elimination threshold. If you don't know what we're talking about, the points format for this tournament is a combination.
Crap, sorry guys, I'm figuring this out. Hold on, we gonna figure this out. I don't think my chat box is working, bro.
I mean, wow, he is such a good player. Currently a free agent, I believe, not under an organization, so really excited to see where he lands, where his home is. A lot of great organizations entering the scene. VGJ, we got FlyQuest, who picked up some folks in September and August. A lot of great esports orgs entering the scene.
How about now? Can you guys hear me?
nice little valley here. Now here's the thing: we get the new safe zone. It's a little ways away, not too far, just about center, off center here. There's a lot of players. 52 left alive. KP5's got themselves a chug jug, so they're going to be okay. I mean, look at how spread out all these teams are.
Jeez, it's crazy. But now spread out, but now starting to gather towards that circle. I see what, at least 8 teams in the circle already on a quick rotation. So one thing I have noticed, talking about meta, is the difference in North America and Europe. North Americans seem to rotate a lot quicker. I think they learned the hard way at PAX West. Of course, Europe did not have a PAX West equivalent to compete in.
Right.
So they maybe have not learned that lesson yet. I don't know what the reasoning is. I can't speculate. I can just analyze it, but I am seeing quick rotations, which is smart for North America. I think the importance of rotations cannot be understated. What that means for those at home that are maybe watching for the first time or new to competitive Fortnite is you want to rotate to the center of the next storm early. You guys all play Fortnite at home. You know all about this. When you get caught in the storm, when you get caught on the edges, you get caught in danger. So rotate early, get to center circle, and really set yourself up for success. Meanwhile, Envy Lenane, the French-Canadian, as mentioned, takes out a knock on one and basically gets the elimination.
That's right. Wiles goes down. Babe Jesus finds Brian. And again, man, we went from 52 to 42, so progress. But wow, there's still so many people. Look at this. The new safe zone is so far.
Jeez.
It's down south. A lot of players are very far away. Now, what's interesting is there's already players there, so they can kind of. Nate Hill is actually dead center of that circle right now. There he is, number 47 down low. He is dead center of where this new circle is going to be.
I think he's a solo man right now. I think his teammate is out, but that's what Nate Hill does so well. He's always in the right spot in the right time. One of the best positioning players we've seen, and one of the most consistent players we've had a chance to see. And look at this, already center circle is Nate Hill. And he's going to have himself a nice steel catacomb for defense. Beautiful, beautiful building. Quite the architect is Nate Hill right now. Yeah. I know he's also a former soccer player. He's a very competitive person, has a good sports background, and also a great Fortnite player.
Also, just an awesome human being.
Exactly. And a pretty good-looking dude. He's a former model, I've heard.
He was doing some of that very recently. I mean, I could talk about him forever, I'll be honest. Just like I can talk about you forever. There's just so much to talk about.
A lot of great people. That's one thing I noticed. If you have not been to a live event yet for Fortnite, it was one of the most amazing things. I didn't know how awesome the Fortnite community is, like how much of a community it is. I thought these people were kind of individualistic. They all wanted to succeed on their own, but really it's a great community. Everyone's so cool in person, and the community feel at PAX West was unlike anything I've experienced coming from other titles and other communities as well.
Yeah, and on top of that, to piggyback,
we actually, by the way, double elimination here.
Oh,
big plays. Sorry about that.
Play. Oh no, just to piggyback off that, I think another thing we really appreciated was that we got to hang out with a lot of these competitive players and just talk to them, right? Have conversations to figure out, what they were excited about as far as Fortnite, what things they think we could change and whatnot. So we just got to have like a just genuine conversation, and that was just awesome to see. On top of that, so many of them just showed up for their fans. It was just an unbelievable event. So if you can make it out to an event like that, please just take time and do so. It's honestly one of the greatest experiences I've ever had in my whole life. So, but look at this, man. 34 players. We're now moving into the last few circles, and people are tunneling. So we saw it on the European scene, man. If you've got a Porta-Fortress, you can literally consume everything around you, and you're in a good spot. We haven't seen anybody use Porta-Fortresses here toward the end of the game. I'm kind of hoping someone has one.
On board now with Liquid battle. It's going to be a build-off. For the first time in Skirmish history, you might see the as well. Poach, Hogman, also in high ground. In a pretty good position here to win this one. Check out their heals, though. Hogman has nothing for heals.
Yeah. I mean, he's got 900 materials, though. 900 wood.
Poach did down one, knocked one, and then got eliminated. So I'm not sure if he picked up the elim or if the revive is coming through. Or the resurrect, yeah, the revive.
Gosh, you do not want to hear the sounds of rockets being fired. And I believe Hogman is going to build down and ramp, trying to just cover some distance here. What is going on? There's 13 players left alive. I mean, honestly, this circle is going to close very quickly, very soon. And people need to make decisions. They need to try and make some plays.
Yeah, but check this out. Jack and Ashton of Fortnite. They're still alive. 13 players left. Both of them with good heals right now. Good HP, solid resource management as well. Looking to be in a pretty good position here against Corrosive Sen and Animal. Animal, an absolute beast living up to the name. Port of Fortune's going to be placed, I believe, wasn't it?
Everything is happening so fast, it's hard to tell. It's gone from 12 to 10.
It's not. Tempo and Jailmock in a good spot. The medkit's going to come through. I think we're coming down to a heal off. It's Tempo with 2 medkits. Jailmock actually gave him the medkit and said, hey, this is all you, bud. Let's see if Tempo can outlast. I think he should be able to. The medkit's going to go off, and Tempo has another medkit. That should be a win. And just look at this. Right here, right now, Tempo to be in a pretty good spot. He comes out on top. Wow. Can you believe it? Tempo and Jailmock of FaZe Clan. If you're a FaZe fan, well done from them. They come out with the first place victory royale.
Wow. I hope that we get to see that from a different perspective because that was absurd. We saw them. They literally built a small little spot for themselves, and as you saw, his teammate drops the medkit and says, look, this is all on you. They start the medkit. And that's enough to secure them to the victory out. Huge. I mean, is that the third heal off we've seen today?
Third.
We saw
second or third, one of the two.
It was the third because the first 2 games of EU had heal offs that ended. So now we see the first one for NA. Oh my gosh, man.
Where's Cowboy when you need him?
Oh my gosh.
Heal offs, of course. Nice shot by Tempo. I had a chance to stand in line, that gracious line, for about 2 hours with Tempo at PAX West on Sunday for the qualifiers. He didn't qualify the first 2 nights, finally qualified the 3rd night, and of course is one of the best players in Fortnite, and awesome person. I mean, talk about nice people. It's kind of embarrassing. I didn't know who he was. So we're hanging out there, and after a while he goes, I'm Tempo. I'm like, oh, like Tempo Storm, the organization. What's your gamer tag? And he goes, no, FaZe Tempo. I'm like, I never would have guessed. He was just such a humble person. And then same thing with Jailmock. Met him shortly after. Big shout out to the FaZe Clan group, Seabass, Tempo, and Jailmock, and they performed. They take a victory royale, first place finish, net themselves at least 3 points. Didn't see how many limbs they had though, but Tempo, I think they're representing Fortnite. They're in a pretty good spot here.
They are. Take a look. Yeah, Fortnites, man. This is a big list. So don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, all these players are not only competing for this prize pool, but also to earn points for their respective clubs.
Not sure if they ended up with a point or not, but they're looking great.
Just so many awesome things. So many people showed up in here in game number 3. And, dude, we're only halfway through, so players are definitely warmed up. We're going to just see the play continue to improve over the next 3 games. I mean, so what do you think? I mean, is there something that you've maybe seen that you're, you know, unsure about? Or maybe you're like, you know what, I don't know about that?
You know, I've seen a variety of really, really interesting things. So the fact that we saw Portal Fortresses at the end there was great.
Yes.
My biggest comment would be around meta changes and differences between, we talked about a little bit, but now that we have a chance to breathe, differences between the European scene and the North American scene, whereas we saw the Europeans very, very often hold utility. Medkits, bandages, mobility items. And we saw Porta Fortresses and Rift to Goes, a lot of different items used for mobility. The North American side,
you guys can hear me now.
seem to be use them a lot earlier on in their gameplay. So a big difference there. I think I've seen I see the North American team being a little more aggressive, a little more in your face.
Can you guys hear me now?
For sure. We actually had those final moments coming in from that final game.
Is this a yes?
So look, down there,
yes,
right there. So we see Hogman
yes.
trying to break through. Lenian is there as well.
Yes or no? Somebody.
And I mean, they're just going with the heals. You know, they're doing what they know. And Shipsy as well had heals, but they were just bandages. So that was just not going to work out. And there you go. Tempo secures.
Oh, yes, let's go.
That double med kit always comes in favor. I think that was planned. I think Geomach maybe had a med kit, dropped it for Tempo, let him hold it, and he says, "Hey, I'm out, buddy. This is all you. Good luck." And his buddy Tempo was able to come up with the dub, the victory royale there. Really well played.
Yeah, man.
Let's go.
You guys at home, don't forget to hit us with that hashtag.
We figured it out.
Skirmish. Let us know your thoughts. Let us know what team you're repping.
Let's go.
Format. What do you think about Fallout? He's incredible. I know. Just reiterating. I know we're here.
Let's get the webcam back on.
There's just so much action. Again, we still have 3 games left to play.
And support your favorite clubs, most importantly. We're going to get you the immediate update on standings and points as soon as we get that. But most importantly, important storyline. If you're just tuning in, if you're not familiar with Fall Skirmish, get familiar and get familiar real quick because it is one of the most amazing formats. Teams and our players are actually formed into clubs. There's 5 different clubs. You can actually vote for your enter a submission. Sorry, can't speak today. Enter a submission to be part of your favorite club if you'd like.
That works.
And of course, clubs will accrue points throughout the entire Fall Skirmish. The winning clubs will actually take home a variety of $4 million of the $10 million prize pool, which is unbelievable. So let us know which club you're rooting for at home. Hashtag Fall Skirmish. Tag us on Twitter as well so we can see your comments and engage with some of you during the break. Always good to have some of that insight from you. And,
all right, I'm gonna mute my mic.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we kind of touched on it earlier, but we've been on Twitter all day talking during the EU games, talking with players. We seriously want to know what you have to say. We will actually read it. I don't even want to open my phone because there's so much. And again, we appreciate all the love that you guys have, and
means
you
the world.
It really does. Seriously, it's just so much fun to be here and to get to do this with you, man. And this is only week 1. There's 5 more weeks to this, and it ends at TwitchCon.
I'm so excited. And
oh
TwitchCon
my gosh!
alone,
I better see all of you at TwitchCon. Every single one of you.
Yeah, we talked about during that last game. The Fortnite community.
Oh, did I miss a sub?
One of a kind. I mean, Fortnite is one of a kind, let alone the Fortnite community. At PAX West, it was awesome. Everyone got along so well. Such an awesome group of people that really come together, share a same passion, the same purpose.
There are no
I think TwitchCon's going to be the next big gathering of that.
I cannot wait. I'm so excited for that. And you know, just all the changes we made for the Fall Skirmish, obviously the club thing, it's really cool to see that now it's more than just
subscriber
one person has walked with X amount. You know, it's like, no, an entire club has come together, and all together, they all win. You know, it's...
Here,
you gotta love it.
Let's refresh it.
It is just a blast.
If you're just tuning in, coming into the North American series from Europe, because keep in mind,
is this the end of it?
This isn't just North America. We got the rest of we got all of Europe
as well.
This is the end of it.
No.
Europe played this morning. Here's the standings as they stand coming into the second series. We'll get you guys updates as soon as we can. But 3 games ago,
I need to fix my
the Bush Bandits in first place from Europe. Big shout out to Bush Bandits in Europe representing with 530 points. The Dusty Dogs with 395 points in second place. The Fortnites in third place with 165 points. The Lucky Llamas with 45, and of course the Rift Raiders, a goose egg, 0 points over in Europe in
I also
number 1.
Need
so we'll see if the Rift Raiders on the North American side can pick up some of the slack here. It's been an awesome storyline.
I'm gonna mute my mic. I'm gonna mute my mic, guys.
Keep in mind, this is only the first week. Like I talked about, we got 5 more weeks, so these standings are gonna change and fluctuate over the weeks to come as well. During the week when we've got the trials, guys, we are in for a ton of action over the next 6 weeks, and I cannot wait to be part of it with you and hear what you all have to say. But game number 4, here we go. Battle Bus is launched. I mean, so here's the thing. Let's talk about this. We've seen a few landings. We've seen like Nick now go back to Tilted Towers. You think Nick is going to remain, and you think he's going to go back to Tilted Towers? You think he's going to try and go greasy again?
I think we'll see him in Tilted. Worked out really well from the last game. I know Nick loves that spot. I really respect the fact that he went greasy. You know, a lot of people are probably blowing it up in the chat and on Twitter about it, but at the end of the day, he's playing to his strengths and he's learning from his mistakes, which I think is the sign of a champion, and Nick is a champion in every sense of the word here. So I really respect that decision. But he's back in his home and native land. That's Tilted Towers. I believe he's going there. We'll find out as soon as we can here. But what a storyline that's been.
Ghost Aiden, we tune in and he's Legion. Down. Sofa is down. Yeah.
Where's Nick?
Where is Nick?
I see Legion. Okay? I don't know if Nick is down already. We'll let you know as soon as we can. But Legion is there. Legion's
all right, like I said, I'm gonna be eating right now.
Interesting situation here to start
my mic
things
is gonna be muted, but
I still don't see Nick anywhere to be found here. So I believe Legion might be the only one up. We'll let you know as soon as we find out. What an interesting start here.
Whoever's watching, can you refresh the stream? Make sure my
Jeremy Lynn's esports organization making an entry in the Fortnite.
It should say the thumbnail should say enjoy the stream, something like that.
Now look. Junction.
On the front.
Marksman KP Live. We've got Thweefo and Monster here. Now keep in mind there is a rift very close by that they can utilize. But it looks like with the new circle, it's very close. It's not that far away at all, so they're really in no rush.
Yep, exactly. Board of Thweefo right
now. I've got too
all
much stuff on my desk
That's
right
one
now.
thing about landing junk is more often than not you're all the way across the circle and the storm typically. So we did just get the update that Nick Merckx was eliminated off the drop. So Nick is out, all up to Legion here to try and go big. Myth is knocked by a pistol from Geomach.
Oh my goodness.
Myth out, Nick out. Some of our biggest streamers out of the count right now.
And now Thweefo is doing everything he can here to try and take down his enemies. Now they've got 3 minutes before they have to move. Now Monster only has attack shotgun and the pistol. That's it. That's really not a lot to work with. There's some things, sure, but even the mats are pretty low. You can build 10 things. That's not much.
Yep, that's for sure. Has to be really smart, really stingy with his builds. As I see Cease, Gangstar Cease is out as well, or at least knocked right now. So interesting stuff. Wildcat as well. Some of our biggest Twitch streamers are out right now. We see Nick and we see Myth both out.
But Ninja might still be alive.
That's true. The biggest Twitch streamer, of course.
Oh, that was a huge drop down. Thweefo. Oh, wow. Merksman takes him down. That was crazy. So that's going to be 2 eliminations heading their way. So, I mean, they're halfway to that first threshold.
So Ninja got an elimination, so there you go.
Okay.
Ninja's finally showing some life here, playing with
who's in here right now?
Cypher. That's been a key storyline. Is 3 games in. I don't think they have a point yet here so far, Zeke.
Yeah, so they got eliminated very early on in game number 3,
Y'all
which
type
was the
in the
last
chat,
game,
man.
and I believe it was pretty much the same case the last few games. But if there's anything this series has taught us, it's not over until the final match.
Yeah.
It's not over till it's all over. So I have to keep in mind and keep updated with the standings.
Yeah, that's so true. I don't know if people realize, but there's really no difference. Game 1 and Game 6, you can get just as many points in Game 6 as you can in Game 1. So people always panic early on if the likes of Ninja, Cypher are not performing. But really, it does not matter if they perform in these final 3 games. This is game number 4, right?
Yeah,
time flies when you're having fun. I don't want it to end. I mean, this has been a dream come true.
To think about, but we've already passed 6 games, so this is now our 10th game of the day. That's crazy.
We're going to be playing zombies
in honestly feels like this is like the second
after I'm done
eating. I don't even... Oh, look at that. Rift Aiden, though.
Hey, we saw it. We saw it at Summer Skirmish. Aiden chasing as a Rift chaser. He, of course, isn't a Rift Raider now. He is a, I believe he's a
Dusty Dog?
Dusty Dog. We'll find out for sure for y'all.
Yeah, Dusty Dog with the likes of Sofa.
Yep. He is a Dusty Dog.
He is. So now, I believe, is he by himself? Oh, this is the replay from the fight we just left.
Marksman. I'm sorry, Monster goes down. And look at this. Merksman with the double. Disgusting stuff from Merksman. Speaking of streamers, meanwhile, Ghost Aiden still hanging out over in Tilted. His favorite place in the whole wide world.
Dude, I think he's alone. I think his teammate might have gone down.
Sofa revived him earlier.
I didn't see any other similar colors of his triangle in Tilted.
Meanwhile, I love this fight. Horrify versus 72 hours. 72 hours, of course. Highly remarked by in high regards.
Margosi's down.
From his,
got some people that don't want to talk in the chat
already.
That's okay.
72 hours right now in a 1 versus 1 against Horrify. It was
That's
a 1 versus 2
fine.
just minutes ago. Can he do it? Can he win the 1 versus 2 here? If anyone can do it, it's 72 hours, who really evolved the pyramid meta as an offensive and defensive mechanism. He's going to outbuild. He goes for the edit. Doesn't get it just yet. And look how smart he's playing this. He's going
sorry,
to regain
the
possession.
quality's
Knows he's getting
bad.
flanked. Look how smart
Nothing really I
72
can
Hours
do
is
about
playing
it.
this. Textbook Fortnite from
We'll
72
be alright,
Hours.
though.
Oh, man, but there's other players here. There's also a team looking out over the
100
in a
Thieves
hill there,
Parallax.
near the tunnel.
And he
I think that
recognizes
was
he doesn't have any
Parallax.
bouncer pads, so he has to drop to mid-ground because if some way, somehow, a remote explosive comes through or
Yeah,
any
I think that was
explodes,
Parallax.
he's going to fall to his death. A smart play from 72 Hours to go mid-ground.
I don't know if you saw, but Pupper has knocked out Courage JD.
We got
Courage
72
is
Parallax
down.
Poach.
Alrighty. So
POTUS is down. Oh, no.
Did he
There
call
you
himself,
go.
or is that
That's
just
what I called him.
That's what you call him.
That's what I just called him.
That's what I just call him. Beautiful. Or Greasy Boy, one of the two.
Either
I'm
one.
going to mute my mic, guys.
Dude, 72 Hours literally has 12 slugs, 1 AR bullet,
What in
and
the
6
world?
grenades. He gets tagged
Oh,
there,
no.
down to 23
And I just saw
HP.
Poach is, I think Poach is not his teammate, actually. I take
Nope.
that back. It's Chaps, I think. And it looks like Chaps
Yeah,
is
it's
out.
Chap. Yep,
And that's going to be it. 72 Hours gets taken out. So a valiant effort, but it is the 100 Thieves crew. Kenneth and Parallax who come out on top. Poach still alive, though, representing Team Liquid if you're a Liquid fan.
There's still someone else here, though. If you're looking at the top right, again, this is our new Spectator client that we're debuting here for the Fall Skirmish. We have more information to show, so you can always see what other players are around.
Yeah.
So like, for example, hopping over to Hogman, you can see there's a little pink diamond up there, and then you can see, actually, that's his teammate, but
Yeah.
moving away in the top right, you see the other duo there. And that's Spaceline and Nick A30.
Leaving Greasy again. So I wasn't sure who took out Courage. Was it over in Greasy? Was it one of these four?
Pupper.
It was Pupper. There you
Yeah.
go. All right. So these three teams have landed Greasy every single time. We got one Lucky Llama and Courage and Typical Gamer. And then, of course, we have Hogman.
Rush just shotgunned Nate Hill.
Oh, my goodness.
Ghost Aiden is still here alive. Tendon's
Alone, too.
super low.
Yo.
Yeah,
Right.
he is. I mean,
Popping a
look
big
at
shot.
this,
This kid
though.
is
Both of these
crazy.
teams down below
He's
looking to
playing,
clash, and Ghost
PlayStation
Aiden wants a piece
controller.
of it.
He needs to play smart, though, because
On
he's a lot of
PC.
1v2s, so he's a great
And
solos
he's,
player.
like,
First time
killing it
watching him
right
on his
now.
playing duos. Let's see how he fights his
He's been
1v2s.
killing it the
I
last
don't know,
few
I don't
games.
know if he's a big solo squads type of guy, but that experience, that practice certainly helps. Aiden putting a couple good shots in to start here. Look at the building here on controller and building and editing like he's on PC, especially with the recent patch from Epic where the build time was decreased, or the edit time, sorry, for controller players. Really awesome to see.
Yeah, it's like
0.1 seconds now.
Yeah, it
which
was
is amazing.
wasn't it 0.25 and then it went down to 0.15?
0.1, yep, for Builder Pro settings. Of course, it depends what settings you plan. If you're a Builder Pro, you get 0.1 to edit. Look at this. Look at this. Ghost Aiden, laser focus here. Hit some good initial shots, but now has no shields, low shields to work with.
And now, I mean, just like you talked about, he's building like crazy. Look, he's only got 3 builds left. 27 metal means he can only build 2 more things.
And he knows it, so that's why he's going to go low side. So smart. Such a great position-based player. That's why he goes low side. That's why he decides to turtle up a little bit, because he can't afford to get caught in a build battle. Only 2 builds left. I mean, he sees a nice, is that a tree you can get? Nope, not a tree there. That tree's already been hit. So Aiden just going to back out and reset. Smart decision to disengage right there.
Yeah, man, I think that's the right play, right? You just let these two teams continue to duke it out. You live to be eliminated another day. Hashtag at Nick30.
That's like, I don't know how I feel about that. Nick A30 is a great guy, but that's like the half glass empty approach, you know? I'm more of an optimist.
What would you say? What are the opposite then?
You live to fight another day. You live to battle. You live to dominate.
How about
anything.
live to build another day?
These people talking. are
Perfect.
hilarious.
Boom! Fortnite,
Nailed it.
baby.
He just dabbed, by the way, everybody. We got Zeke dabbing in the house here because I'm not gonna lie, he deserves that
Is that,
dab.
has
You
he-
live to build a Fortnite, baby. You live to build another day.
I know.
I love that. That's
So
That's
it's
good.
either
That's
if the sad side is live to be eliminated
Some of
another
them
day, and the
I've
fun
never
side is
seen
live
before.
to build another day.
And
there it is.
Boom.
Yeah.
Nailed it. All
I
right.
think
Nailed it.
Hezzy
Hezzy.
Packs.
Against Nibs, who we saw with a good performance in game number 3. Let's see what he can do here. Hezzy.
And I mean, look at that. You see how quickly he was editing up there through that Porta Fortress. Again, we talked about it, man. The moment the Porta Fortress goes up, you have edit rights to that entire structure.
Yep.
It's a mega structure. It's crazy.
It is
so
amazing.
good.
And, you know, interesting story about Hezzy is
that's
true
pretty
story.
good.
He was in the middle of competing at PAX West. I'm not sure if you heard about this, Zeke. And he got appendicitis.
What?
Yeah,
What?
100% true story. He got appendicitis halfway through PAX West, had to get rushed to the hospital, and played a qualifier with appendicitis before finally saying, "Okay, I gotta stop. I gotta stop.
Oh my
I
gosh.
can't play anymore."
Hezzy.
I met him there. He looked sick to his stomach, rightfully so. He had appendicitis. Yeah, it's unbelievable. Hezzy
If
is
I
like
ever
the
meet
Michael
Hezzy-
Jordan of Fortnite. Apparently, he's playing under illnesses. He's also from Chicago. Yeah, it's big
If
shot
I
for
ever
Hezzy.
meet you, Hezzy, I'm going to give you the biggest hug you've ever had in your entire freaking life. I'm going to give you a hug you'll never forget about.
If I have a cold, or a paper cut. I'm freaking out, and I'm not able to play Fortnite as good as I can. And this man had appendicitis, and he's playing.
And qualified? Oh my!
I don't know if he qualified. I think he ultimately had to get pulled out because he had appendicitis.
Oh my gosh! I'm gonna meet.
Oh, my blinds are
Hezzy.
open. Let's see if this makes a difference on my
camera. If you're a fan
camera.
of the underdog or the appendicitis story, root on for Hezzy. Hezzy, of course, this time around. It's really awesome that Epic gave him an invite back into
That's
this.
a little bit
because,
better.
I don't think he had a chance to compete or continue
like
competing.
that.
So awesome that he has a chance to put his skill on display. A great individual. Big shout out to Hezzy. Free agent as well. Trying to find out what team he's on. We'll let you know as soon as we find out.
Man, but look at this. Still 63 players left, and this is a small replay coming in from Envy Lanane. This wasn't too long ago. Okay, so he hops down, and there was a player there. Oh, look at that, the grappler. You know, man, we haven't seen enough of the grappler. I need to see more of the grappler stat.
And we called it out. We said we're going to see more grappler in North America. They're going to play with confidence, and we've seen none of that. So I want to see some grappler play. We did. I take that back. We saw more Ghosts trying to make it happen against Aiden. He got punched.
Who is this?
If that was anyone else, he would have 100% got that elimination.
Yeah, Aiden's
against the likes of Aiden. That's a tough. Yeah, that's a tall order there.
Yeah. And actually, we haven't talked a lot about the pairings here, but I love this Lanane and Zate duo. Zate, great player individually. Lanane, talk about a story in himself, representing Team Envy. I like the fact that they're coming together. Cross org, we got Energy and Envy, I believe, playing together in this one. Great to see. And look at the scoreboard here. 4 eliminations for Brush.
That is absurd. Who is his teammate right now?
Yeah. Colton.
Let me see. Let me take. Can you tell?
It's all you. Colton. Yeah, of course. Colton. Just give me a little one of these, and I know to fill. Colton is of Space Station Gaming, of course, in 4th place of the current standings of this game, at least in elimination. So big shout out to Space Station Gaming and Colton. On board with Heart now. We saw him make a hero play a couple games ago. Oh,
Ninja is still here. El Jefe with 2 eliminations.
El Jefe.
But is Cypher PK here? I believe.
Yeah, Ninja's playing.
There we go. All right.
Ninja's
okay,
good with
Cypher
PK right now.
Ninja with the med kit. He's going to be healed up. Cypher PK is going to have to hold down the likes of Turkey Lips and Exes. Oh, gosh. Boys. Let's see what he can do here.
Not Turkey Lips. No, he's so strong.
A big shot to Turkey Lips. Such an awesome community member as well. Go School against Hey I'm Heart in this one. Big fight as well.
I loved seeing Hart play during the Summer Skirmish series, so I'm excited that he's back. It's going to be super great to see his performance over the next few weeks.
Yeah, couldn't agree more with that one. Go School so hurt right now. Saf, look at the Saf plays with the grappler. He said he wanted a grappler play, Zeke. You're going to get it. Nice job. Play Zeke, you're going to get it. Nice job by Saf right there. Gets his high ground. Let's see if it's going to matter. Let's see if it keeps him alive because Ghost is in a world of hurt right now. Saf pulls off the kill. Elimination, a knock, I believe, sorry, on Double O Flower. And look at the plays from Saf. Can he get the double? No, he gets knocked by Ham Hart. Look at Ham Hart under duress, knocks one, and lives to fight with 4 HP against Saf.
Oh, he drops down Kenny. Oh, his teammate wasn't quick enough.
Wow. What plays from Hart?
Excuse me, guys.
And I believe, is he the same one against United, or was it Ghost where he got the double elimination a couple games ago? Hart with just a phenomenal performance here in the fall skirmish, week number 1. And he gets a med kit.
He's got a med kit.
Wow.
I mean,
if I'm Saf, though, I'm playing with aggression here because Ghoul should be saying, hey, I had a med kit. He's probably using it right now. I don't know if the comms are coming through. Interesting stuff.
Looks like they're just waiting. Looks so over there you can see Punisher Nibs, Hesse, and Reverse 2K. B-Sox is up top, while his teammate Cuddy is down low. We saw them win. Was it game number 1? No, game number 2 they won.
And paired his palms.
Yep.
Meanwhile, I'm not sure what's going on Ninja and Cypher PK. I think they're still up and kicking. They're representing Bush Bandits, the number 1 team coming into this one from Europe. Our club, sorry. Bush Bandits is. Meanwhile, Replays knocks E-United's Dimes. Brush, who had 4 eliminations, our leader in this game, still up and looking to make some more noise. I love how B-Sox always has high ground no matter what he's doing.
Yeah.
Ninja and Cypher.
They are still very much alive. I believe. Yeah, they're right there. You can see them. They were by the tree line there. They're still alive and kicking. There he is.
And look at that. 2 eliminations for Ninja. Great performance from him.
Now you got to wonder. Does Cypher PK have eliminations? Because don't forget, at 4 eliminations, you get 1 point. At 6, you get 2. And at 8, they get 3.
Yep, so 4, 6, 8 really are the thresholds you want to break to get a point. Look at that. You see the format on your screen right there on call. Meanwhile, Brush pushing up. Speaking of eliminations, he has 4 himself. Ninja with 2. And Ninja lives to fight another day. 57 people still alive here, so we'll see what they can do as Turkey Lips and Exes decided not to engage with Ninja and Cypher. Probably a smart decision.
And so Brush and Sace are together, and Brush is actually a Fortnite. So if you guys are cheering on as a Fortnite, or that's the team that you support, Brush is looking to make some comebacks here as well as add points to your team.
Yeah, and as we have a second to breathe here, of course, as I say that, looks like some action's going to break down. Jared FPS.
Grenader Jake, no!
I feel like every time we're talking about Grenader Jake, he's not, I feel horrible. He's getting eliminated. I'm sorry, Grenader Jake. I'm bored with Jared FPS now. He's going to be chilling right now in this scenario.
I love Jake. I just realized I casted with like so many people during the day.
It's amazing.
What has this journey been?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You deserve it, my friend.
Sometimes I just don't stop to think about things. We just move so fast.
I literally couldn't sleep last night. I was so excited. I think I haven't been in this type of situation since I was a kid before Christmas. It was amazing.
I had the reverse effect. I laid down in my bed, fell asleep.
Oh my goodness. It is an absolute honor. You have no idea how much it means to be here. Meanwhile, big fight. Turkey Lips versus Cypher. The fight we called out earlier is finally going to break down. Turkey Lips is going to get tagged up. Nice shot by Cypher. Ninja's coming in, I believe, as well. Should be rotating soon. I think Ninja's still in the fight here somewhere. Turkey Lips in a world of hurt now, as Ninja's actually going to get shotgunned by Exis, so Ninja gets taken out. And Cypher's going to be the only one alive for that team. Representing Bush Bandits.
Sace, though, they heard these shots. Look, Turkey Lips is literally one grid space over and one grid space up. And now look, there's Cypher.
Oh, no! Oh, no, friendly fire. All right,
they were
he's
friendly.
Good.
It's okay.
I thought some dangerous things were going to happen to him.
I was going to be like, that's impressive if that was like a him by himself type thing. Yeah. Been nuts. But look, Sace is down, so now Brush has to get him back up.
It looks like he should be able to do here.
He's getting the revive.
Loves dropping, Fatal Field, Dusty, Divot, and Salty Spring. So Sice likes to drop towards center of the map from what we've noticed in conversations. Let's see what happens here. Turkey Lips still alive. Look at Turkey Lips back to nice position for HP. And Sice going to be able to heal up here.
Looking at the kill feed. Poach takes down Kenneth. Hart takes down Parallax. I saw that Symphony and Punisher are down as well. We saw them get eliminated earlier on in that kill feed.
Look at this interesting fight. Cypher on a 1v1v2 is the current situation for Cypher PK.
Oh god,
Jay Cuddy, and B, I think that's B as well is going to be rotating through. So more fuel is added to the fire here. A gold grenade launcher with 18 rockets. Expect some great GLs from Cypher. He's going to let him rip here. Smart play, Cypher, alongside Nick A30, one of the most intelligent players in Fortnite. You love to watch his stream because you learn a lot, that's for sure. Let's see what he can do here.
Zay takes down Brush. Zoop takes down Hogman. Cuddy eliminates Brush. Oh my goodness. Leopard takes down Ham Hart. I mean, now that we're forcing players together here in one of the final few circles, I mean, the action is definitely heating up and players are going to have to fight each other now.
Exactly.
Let's take a look. We got 35 players.
Left, you know.
Wow. I don't know how we do this every time, but people stay alive for so long.
Yep. And look at Cypher. Such a Cypher move to have 999 metal, 519 wood, in a good position with resources and mats.
He is insane. Somebody stop this man. Is Ninja still alive? I don't know if they said so or not.
You expect him to go big. Let's see right now on screen. You see Brush with
all
4
these
limbs.
Eliminations. Yeah, so Brush had
Ninja
4.
had 2. I don't see Cypher on there though. So Cypher has 1. So Cypher needs 1 elimination. You guarantee that Ninja is telling him, hey, play this slow. Try in third party 1 elim. We'll get a point there. We'll be in a much better spot. Cypher's gonna do it. Actually, nope. Sorry, he just got 1. Dang. I thought that was his second. That was actually his first. That he had 1 down. So well done by Cypher to pick up the first at least.
Now, I mean, look at the new safe zone fallout. It's north. They have to go so far.
Yeah. And
Cuddy's down, but it's B-Sox is down?
B-Sox, Cuddy's down.
Cuddy's down, and the B-Sox is getting him up there.
Yeah, exactly.
There
and Cypher actually, I think I saw him drop his gold grenade launcher. He ran out of rockets. So I'm not sure if he's going to leave that in the ground or hold it just in case he picks up some more rockets. We'll find out soon. Meanwhile, Jared FPS, no heals, no mobility, all damage. So an interesting loadout for Jared FPS right now. Maybe his teammate Yellow is playing more of a support role. That's something that we love in duos compared to solos is the introduction of roles and role players. Let's see what's going to happen here.
Man, dude. 30 seconds. They need to start moving into this new safe, so we're going to see players start to scramble.
Yep.
And, I mean, we're going to start seeing eliminations come out. Cypher's still alive.
Cypher PK, former teammate of Nick's. We know what he can do. And he's such a smart player, putting himself in a good spot, catacombing up. We see Tfue do this very often, where he puts himself in a nice 4x4 catacomb and posts up. Cypher's going to do the same exact thing. Smart plays from him. Meanwhile, Zoof going to jump on board with him. from Chicago, representing Cloud. And it's easy to lose track of your teammates. Zook is very, very good at that. One thing he thinks he can do a little bit better is rotations. He feels like he can make better calls in rotations. He's, of course, working on that. Big shot to Zoof. And I'm excited to see what he can do right now. He currently has 2, not sure how many eliminations. We'll let you know as soon as we find out.
I keep yanking this stuff out.
So players in the game.
Oh God, you hear that rocket launcher? You know what I want to see? I want to see him open up
Yo,
that wall,
why
Zoop,
is there
and start
so many
grappling.
people in such a small circle?
And just shifting where he is.
Yep.
This is
I want
insane.
close eye on sight for PK. Perfect. It's almost like the production team heard me. Gonna jump on board with him. He's gonna drop a little bit here. Want to see him hold his high ground. Play patient. He needs one more elim. Finds Bizzle, but Bizzle is tough to eliminate. As Cypher gonna get flanked here.
Cypher,
stay alive, from behind. He's not going to. Cypher gets the high ground. Good positioning from Cypher. Good patience.
Chill out, bro.
Well.
Just wait.
One of the best at that
Get to the
as
circle.
Well, as he's gonna be able to maintain high ground here.
Oh my God! Look how high he is.
That goes to show how good he is.
Man, he was really stressing me out there with those
Yo,
builds.
find somebody
up
that's
and then building down with the ramps.
Oh my gosh,
so,
this is actually.
Yeah, it's very hard to do that.
And he just has to stay patient here, Zeke. He has high ground. Eventually, he's going to find a knock.
You
Eventually,
got this,
he will.
bro.
It's going to open up. Stay patient. Find a knock on any of these little ants that are crawling underneath you. And one of them is in the form of Merksman. He's looking at Zate. He's looking at a lot of these open opportunities. And Cypher should be able to grab one. If you're a Ninja fan, if you're a Cypher fan, let's hear it in the chat right now. Let's hear it on Twitter using hashtag #FallSkirmish for Bush Bandits.
In the game.
They were in first place coming into this one, and Cypher is looking to secure that first place finish for Bush Bandits.
With 17 players left, Fallout. We are now shifting yet again. We're going south this time. So again, Cypher is just looking for an additional elimination. One more elimination would put him and Ninja at 1 point, which would be huge.
Massive.
Coming out of this game. And if he can just survive to the top 5, he'll get another point.
Oh my gosh, both huge opportunities for them. They need your energy. Cypher has a huge task, a mountain to climb.
Let's get it.
Alone in this one. He's still alive. Jared FPS gonna get taken out. Someone plays themselves, so no elimination picked up there. And Cypher still
I need to make a thumbnail.
High distortion, very tagged up. He's going to start bandaging up as well. Cypher staying patient. Look how patient he is here. So many players would have dropped and tried to chase an elimination. So many players. Not Cypher.
Not Cypher. I mean, that's right, man. He's just waiting. He's literally waiting for one player to make a single misstep. He's going to take advantage of that. But what's really scary is how many players, how many names we see still within this circle. You've got the likes of Animal, High Distortion, Merksman, Zate. I mean, there's so many terrifying names here.
Yeah, and look at his mats too. Cypher's very cautious. He dropped to the low side, so he got rid of the steal that he had. Bizzle with the flank. Nice shots from Bizzle. The fact that Bizzle's still alive, given his positioning, and a Porta Fortress is going to be placed here. Look at this, he's stuck. He's trying to chop his way out of it. He's going to do exactly that. Ghost Bizzle somehow manages to survive, but it's going to be so hard for him to get through. He does. He gets an elimination. Ghost Bizzle does it again.
Unbelievable. He finds Maiden. Vapor Cheese is checked out early there. Down to 8 players. Animal down below, you see, and above there's a player. I mean, this is coming down to the wire here in game number 4.
Is Cypher still alive? 8 people left. If he is still alive, he has a perfect opportunity to get a placement here. Still hasn't picked up on a limb yet. Goes Bizzle with 3. Needs one more to secure the 4th. I'm not sure if his teammate had any. That's Demo.
Oh my god. I'm not gonna lie, Fallout. This is really intense.
Yeah, look at his mats here. He's gonna
Fallout is the other
caster
right now.
Cypher, and he's gonna get high ground. Ghost Bizzle takes
Ooh,
high ground.
let's go! Oh my god!
Yet Ghost Bizzle, some way, somehow, only has minis though. I think.
Oh, this is no.
He knows it. He's gonna edit.
Oh,
He drops.
oh,
Not enough time.
oh,
He's gonna get
oh no!
Ghost Bizzle,
What do you mean? Ah!
He almost was able to.
No, he shot him. He got the 4th and the 5th, I believe. Oh. My goodness, the FPS gets the victory out. Congratulations to him. Oh, but the story is Ghost Bizzle. Who does that? Builds out into the storm, places a bounce pad, and immediately bounces back into the tiny shrinking storm. Picks up an elimination, gets a 2nd, ends up with limbs and a top 3 finish. Unbelievable performance from Ghost Bizzle.
And you heard it. Someone used a shockwave grenade. They tried to launch Bizzle away, and before he was launched, he finds the elimination with a double barrel. That was absolutely insane coming out of game number 4. Wow. Oh, wow.
I agree wholeheartedly with that sentiment. Yeah. Unbelievable.
I don't even know what to say. There's, how do we figure out what to say after that? That game was nuts.
I don't know.
I feel like we just have to go to replays and highlights. I mean,
replay, drop it to super slow-mo or something.
I know.
That was amazing. That was one of the best finishes I've seen yet, to be honest with you, in that performance. Ghost Bizzle of Team Fortnite's with a huge play. Let's check out the replay from the entire game. And of course, we'll get to that final victory royale from the FPS and CLG. Of course, the FPS, I believe, is representing Lucky Llamas. So a first place victory royale for Lucky Llamas here, trying to work their way back into this one.
Who won? I don't remember.
I mean,
was it Bizzle?
Hart. Well, yeah, Hart's amazing, but dude, I mean, after these 4 games, it's just
I
like the
don't know
action
who
continues
won.
to get better and better.
Yeah, huge play right there from Cypher.
Dude, shoutouts to Cypher. He put in so much work.
Yeah.
It's just hard
was
to.
working
I
hard.
don't know if they got top 4. Is top 4 a point? I believe. I don't know if they got top 4. I'll let you know ASAP. Top 4 is a point.
Know.
4th and 5th place is a point. I believe they did get top 4.
All right, I'm gonna watch the kill feed here. You watch the game.
Yeah.
So, okay, well they're gone.
That's how fast it happened. You blink and it's gone.
Okay. Well, we'll have hopefully some highlights coming in the final moments. But dude, that was just a crazy game. Again, shoutouts to Cypher BK by himself. Puts in a lot of work, maintains high ground for a really long time. I don't know if he manages to lock down an additional elimination there. Dude, where do we even begin? I'll let you take the floor on this. You start us off. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, a variety of storylines coming out of that one. First off, Ninja and Cypher talk about when their backs are against the wall, their ability to bounce back. Ninja takes out 2 eliminations before getting eliminated, and then Cypher, great performance from him. We can't understate that. And of course, Ghost Bizzle and that ending right there, an unbelievable display of individual skill from the worst situation to literally the best situation. He had high ground. He got top 2, maybe top 3, picked up 2 elims along the way. I mean, it's one thing to do that and go for placement and sacrifice eliminations, but he did both. I mean, it's just unbelievable. Time in and time out, Ghost Bizzle continues to perform and impress, and in my opinion, he is a top player in this game.
Absolutely. I mean, we've talked a lot about him. Earlier, we were kind of talking about the clubs before we kind of started the broadcast yesterday, and again, dude, these clubs, all these players competing are just out of their minds. I mean, Bizzle is a Fortnite.
Yeah, that's when I was debating between Fortnites and Lucky Llamas for my submission.
Yeah.
I went with Lucky Llamas, but maybe I should have gone for Fortnites.
Fortnite
Fallout has a nice ring to it. That was your idea.
Fortnite Fallout, there you go.
Can I change my submission? Is it too?
I'll let you take that up with Arctic. How about that?
Please, Kale, have some mercy. No, I'm just playing. I'm just kidding. Big shot,
dude.
So,
man, we'll have standings in a little bit, but I mean, how do we even begin to break down that game? There was so much that happened across the entire board as far as teams, players being eliminated, final moments of the game.
Glitching out.
One thing.
So much.
One thing I will say is, I keep going back to your point. I think you made a brilliant one over in the European broadcast earlier. Again, late game, the shockwave grenade, we heard it at the very end for a little bit. I don't think it was very effective. I don't know, we missed it. I'm not sure what happened there. But generally speaking, mobility items, late game utility, non-existent in the North American side. We saw it very often on the European side, but we didn't see the use of a shockwave or a Porta Fortress too heavily, at least in the late game. Even a grappler we haven't seen used in the late game yet. These last 2 games, I really want to see increased usage of those mobility and utility weapons.
Yeah, I mean, that's a great point. Grapplers can get you around very fast, and we've seen some players, when they use them, it's like, whoa, that was actually dope and really intuitive. The fact that you, like, grapple over their heads, you come flying out, or you can use it. We saw, like, one person literally grapple down to their teammate in an instant they were there. I'm shocked. I'm surprised that NA is not really utilizing these tools. I'm not sure what it is. Granted, we haven't had these tools for a long, right? We had the Porta Fortress come in not that long ago. Yeah, something like that. The grappler's only been around for like, what, a week or so? I mean, there's all these tools that we're still discovering and learning how to use and how to use them creatively, right? So hopefully some of that continues to develop over the weeks, because I need to see more grappler play.
Yeah, and that's a big conversation. We asked you earlier to use hashtag Fall Skirmish and tweet at us with your thoughts on the meta and where it's headed. One big thought and one man, that's Poach. I had a chance to talk to him about his thoughts on the meta game, and he sees it evolving the same way we've been talking about. Metagame evolving to mobility, being very mobility focused. Not only just mobility in terms of movement in a fight, but a lot of an ability to just completely bail fights and basically just escape. The opportunity to disengage has never been higher right now. I think it's exciting to see.
What's this
a meta
called?
game about a month ago
Workshop
at PAX West was very in-your-face spray heavy because the drum gun and a lot of these other weapons. It's really changed to be more about intelligence, backing out of fights, disengaging in fights. But what are your thoughts? Use hashtag Fall Skirmish. Tweet at us. Fallout with 2 T's. Of course, Zekimus Prime. Let us know your thoughts on the meta game. game, and we love to hear that. Of course, when we have a chance to take a break and check out our Twitter feeds, we'd love to see some of that info.
I didn't even think about that. I had to check my phone. Dude, that's a great vaulted the drum gun. That was a huge
massive.
Waves.
That came out of nowhere, too. I mean, I was not expecting. That goes to show Epic is always listening. And, you know, I know you work for Epic Games, you're representing, so you can hear end, but I gotta say, much respect to the fact that always listening to their community, always making changes and updating. And I didn't realize how much is done behind the scenes, so much, and it's really been a couple brilliant changes to the metagame for Fortnite.
Yeah, man, absolutely. We've already seen the way it's affected gameplay. I feel like people aren't with the drum gun. People could be hyper aggressive. There was just, as long as I'm moving in this direction and I'm holding the fire button, eventually, doesn't matter what you build, I'm going to get there. Yeah. And now we're not seeing that. Now we're seeing players play a lot more methodically and make, I'd honestly say, more educated guesses, right? People are just like, okay, this guy is kind of in this situation. These are the tools I have. What can I do here? Versus like, I've got the drum gun. Let me walk through this wall, right?
Yeah, let me walk through this wall.
So it's cool. I love seeing how the meta has evolved. I just hope that it continues to evolve, and I want to see more grapple plays. I'm not going to stop saying that. I need to see grappler plays. I literally... If one of the phase guys doesn't grapple over someone 360 no-scope and headshot them, I'm going to be upset. I'm just saying, after the 6 weeks...
Is that a disappointed fall skirmish ending if you don't see that happen?
So over the 6 weeks...
Are you going to take your flight home tonight and be upset?
No, I mean, if it happens at the end of 6 weeks, like...
Okay,
I'm going to be
over
upset.
6 weeks, you're saying.
Yeah, you got 6 weeks.
I thought you meant, like, the next 3 games. I'm like, that's tough
all right. That's a tall order.
We do have phase replays. We got a couple phase guys.
Yeah, I won't do that. That would be mean. But I mean, again, the grappler would be awesome to use. I think we seriously need to see more of the shockwave grenade. We actually have Ghost Bizzle clips.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah,
I'm
let's
so excited.
take a look at these.
Buckle down,
man.
friends. Check this out. Ghost Bizzle. Let's break it down for you. The fact that he survived this, I forgot about this part. He breaks his way, takes out one, and manages to survive someone who is wall blocking him, which is so hard to do. And then uses the out-of-storm bounce pad to get right back in the fight, takes out one, steals that elimination, turns and gets the double elimination, I believe, which is the 5th elimination. Yes, he does.
I'm not live right now.
Ghost Bizzle. You are out of your mind. You are redefining Fortnite. You are showing us what high-skill Fortnite, mechanical Fortnite is. Thank you for putting on a show. And, I mean, what a beautiful play that was.
What's interesting, too, is he actually did not even have the bouncers. When he eliminated the player in front of him, he got the bouncers.
And he immediately knew.
And Snap Decision said, we bouncing in a storm. Here we go. I mean, again, Ghost Bizzle, you impressive. Unbelievable. Stay beautiful. I mean, yeah. I mean, what do you guys? Hit us with that hashtag Fall Skirmish. I mean, the action has been insane.
Man, I love that
it feels nonstop. This has been one big blur. We still have 2 games left to play. We still have 2 games.
Absolutely crazy. I'm so excited.
That's cool.
Can this never end? Like, this, my dream.
That's it. We're just gonna keep going
on stream.
All right.
Can we do the alpha pose again? If you guys were here for the alpha pose, shout out to you. You've been here for a while. You've been watching all day. I respect that. Craziness. This game. Oh, he's still holding it.
I'm a goon, dude. I'm a goon.
I love it. It's been an unbelievable day. This is one of the best, I mean, absolute best casting experiences I've ever had. The display of skill, and not only that, the display of teamwork. I love seeing duos format. You see a whole different element of communications, rotations you have to call. You're not playing as an individual anymore. And when speaking with a lot of these pro players, when they talk to their strengths, they say, hey, my strengths are being a great teammate. Turkey Lips, he says his biggest strength is adapting and molding to his teammate's style of play. So duos lets people play into their teammate strengths, into their own strengths, which really adds another element here. I love casting some duos, and guess what? We get to see some squads next week too. Squad goals, the trials.
That's right. During the week, we're gonna potentially see a new world record. I kind of hope that happens.
New eliminations world record.
That would
Arctic called for it.
I'm still alive.
We'll see what happens.
We'll see.
Is
But
100 Thieves still holding it? They made a YouTube series. Shout out to Nade Shot and Parallax, all those guys.
I'm actually not sure.
I'm not sure if you saw that. It was an awesome video. I recommend you check it out. If you have not seen that, these went for the world record for eliminations squads. They flew all members of 100 Thieves out to LA, and they grinded. And I didn't watch the ending of the video. Shame on me. But check that out. But something tells me this week we'll see a new world record for squad goals.
You know what else we could see right now? Standings. Segue. Let's take a look and see where our players are after 4 games. I'm not even surprised. I'm not. Bizzle and DMO at the top there. Vape Jesus and Zegro right behind him. Symphony and Snood, B-Sox, J Cuddy, and Brush and Sace are your top 5. I mean, look at that. 6 is Courage and Typical Gamer. And then in 10th is Zate and Linnaeus.
I mean, look at this.
Bizzle and Demo in
distribution. Wow. See, Vape Jesus, someone we have not been talking a lot about. We got to start telling that story. going into the next one. And look at this, though. Envy, I see United, I see Ghost, I see so many different teams here. But let's talk about their clubs way more importantly. Invisible Team, a part of Fortnite. That's a big one. They're putting some points on the board for Fortnite's.
Absolutely,
Aiden's 21st.
I mean, there's just so much going on here. And again, look at these points.
Wow.
They only it's only 1 point difference. Every single so now we're gonna go to our final 2 games. If anyone gets, let's say, even if they get 8 eliminations, if they decide to opt in and slay out, 3 points, it's gonna be massive. If they can place top 5, that's gonna be extra points. They're so close. Every single point is gonna matter going forward, and that's something you guys at home should pay attention to. But with that being said, any final thoughts before we go to a break?
Amazing gameplay. Shout out to all the players. More importantly, shout out to the Fortnite community. Thank you for supporting the growth of this amazing game and amazing community. Let's keep it rolling. We got 2 more matches. Spread the word. Tell your mom, your dog, your friend, your brother, your sister, you name it. Get people in here and get people enjoying some Fortnite action.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a break, but when we come back, we'll have the final 2 games for NA. Don't go anywhere. I will miss you.